I'm not really far, but I'm in a whole nother jurisdiction of Brooklyn. Never been over here ever. Anyway, today was a crazy day. Um, by the way, I just left about the meeting. Uh, anyway, I woke up kind of early today because I wanted to rush and get to the I wanted to rush and get to Ready, Willing, and Able. So after calling them yesterday, inquiring about how I join and everything. So I get there 9 o'clock a.m. They told me to come from 9 to 12. I'm there at 9 o'clock. So they asked me about what what was my current living situation. And I said, I'm currently in a shelter. And then somebody else comes out of nowhere, to help out. And they're like, oh, well, if you're not in an assessment shelter, which is like Bellevue, 30th Street, or Bedford Atlantic, then they usually only take people out of assessment shelters. So I'm looking at him like, okay, so that didn't sound like it made sense to me, but I'm like, but damn. So what the fuck do I gotta do? I'm like, tell me what to do. Do I gotta do something bad or drop out of the one shelter to get into go back to Bedford Atlantic? Like, can I get a transfer from my case manager? Like, what the fuck do I gotta do to make this happen? So he's like, well, I could talk to the administrator and see what he says, and then maybe, you know, can't promise you anything, but I'll talk to the administrator, see what he says, and then you can take it from there. So I'm like, cool, whatever you gotta do, I mean, shit, I'm gonna be right here. Just let me know what to do so I can get on the ball and start doing it. So he goes inside, he comes back out, and he's like, oh well, okay, let me just he said it was cool. Let me just tell you what you gotta do. And I'm like, alright, cool. So he goes inside, he's like, well, you have to he's like, you have to um I'm gonna give you the application, you fill it out, and then um okay. He's like, I'm gonna give you the application, you fill it out, and then um you basically, if you can't be receiving any type of income from anywhere, no SSI, no food stamps, no welfare, none of that. And I'm like, okay, what else? And he's like, there's a drug-free shelter, and I mean, it's a drug-free facility, and you can't really, we're gonna give you a drug test, and you can't come up positive for anything. So even though today is my 11th day, y'all can clap, and I'm 11 days clean today, it takes 30 days for marijuana to get out your system. And I still have a little marijuana in my system because I smoked about maybe, say, 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks ago. You know, so he's like, well, I could take the test and I'm like, well, I don't want to really waste anybody's time. He's like, well, you're not wasting your own time. I'm like, no, what I'm saying, I don't want to waste no time. I rather, I said maybe I should wait a week since I last smoked 3 weeks ago. Maybe I should wait 1 week and then, you know, come back. And there's another guy in there who says, well, um, that at the Dollar General, any Dollar General store, you can go in there and get a marijuana test, and I'm like, okay, that's good to know. I ain't got no money. I ain't telling him that, but I'm like, okay, that's good to know. So I left out. I mean, it was the case where if I would have went through all of that today, I would have basically been in. I would have been admitted in there today, which would have been great, right? But now I'm back at. I mean, I left there with a little bit of hope still because I'm like, shit, I could wait a week, but I'm trying to get in there. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I um, I left there, and so now here's the thing that cause I always got some shit fucking complain about. But here's the thing that I'm complaining about. Um, Yesterday, I get a letter when I walk in the shelter. I get a letter saying that I have to meet with someone because my case manager is on vacation or whatever. So, but I still have to meet with someone. So, my appointment to meet with someone is for today at 2:30, and they basically want to meet with me to see if I applied for HRA or where my case status is at to update my records or whatever. And I don't really want to deal with that because there's like they forcing people to to deal with the system, the HRA and all that. And I'm kind of hopeful and glad that. Oh shit! Look at that plane. I don't know if you can see that, but I basically don't want to deal with the system, HRA. Period. So now I'm like at the point where I'm like, shit, I gotta deal with her, somebody in the shelter today. I'm gonna have to deal with some fucking body, and I don't want to. So I'm trying to avoid that shit. But right now I'm at the library. I'm gonna stay here till about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna leave here around 5:15 maybe, and I'm gonna take a bus, two buses, to Queens. I'm gonna make a meeting in Queens. I know where's a really good meeting at in Queens, so I'm gonna basically shoot out there. And when the meeting is over, I'm gonna have to shoot back to Brooklyn. And by the time I get back to Brooklyn, it should be like around close to 10 o'clock. And hopefully, the person that I was supposed to meet with or anybody else will be gone. They will be hounding me and looking for my ass tomorrow and the day after and the day after. But I'll deal with that shit when it comes. I just don't want to deal with them today because I'm fucking frustrated. And I don't want to deal with nobody today. And I don't want to hear them say, basically, I'm guessing they're going to say, okay, well, they going to give me a time limit or some shit to stay there or I got to leave, and that's gonna fucking suck, gonna fuck with my spirit, gonna make me think about getting high to kill the feelings that I have about what they're telling me I have to go through. I don't wanna deal with that shit. So, um, the only problem with all of that is I'm really close to the shelter now, and at 6 o'clock, I could just go there and get some dinner to eat. Me going out to Queens means that I will miss dinner. I will definitely miss that shit. And I'm gonna be fucking hungry until tomorrow morning. Which fucking sucks, yo. You don't understand how much I know if you've been watching all these videos, you know that this fucking situation sucks hard. Being hungry fucking sucks hard. Only good part is I can drink a lot of cold water, but And I need to drink a lot of water until the next time when I go back, when I finally return back to um, Ready, Willing, and Able. So this is the shit I'm dealing with for today. Hopefully, you know, it won't be too bad, but then again, nothing really goes well when you're dealing with the fucking system. Ever. It's gonna be cold in here. Luckily, I got my sweater.